How you guys doing today? Welcome back. Today is March 2nd, 2022. What a day. Great green day. You love to see it. Will tomorrow continue? Hey, all I know is that I don't really know. We're going to have to see. Welcome to By the Bulls. I'm Evan. I'm glad that you're here. In this episode, I'm going to show you 8 great picks that you can play tomorrow and into this week. Not only am I going to show you 8 great picks that you can watch and play, but also the technical analysis behind why I like them. I'm going to talk about supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, the RSI indicator, the stochastic indicator, and the vortex indicator. All these things make up my trading plan. If you want to learn more about my trading plan and just general technical analysis, I also talk about fundamental analysis, mental analysis, risk management, macro markets, goal setting. We talk about trading plans and consistency. All 8 of these things are part of my free course that's on my YouTube. If you found me, I'm sure you can find my YouTube page. Watch the free course. It's there for you. I'd love for you to go watch that. Secondly, my Discord, my Patreon, my newsletters, all my premium content only charges the first of the month. I am making a website, so be on the lookout for that as my other cat tries to get in. Check that out as well. It's like a free month basically if you join now between now and April 1st. There's nothing to lose. There's no danger to you. Go check it out. I'd love for you all to go see what I'm doing over there. I have some fantastic content. On top of this, early access to all these episodes and picks. Checking out to me and just, hopefully supporting this channel means the world to me. Lastly, before I jump in this episode, I have 7,600 great supporters. Thank you so much. Daddy loves you, my sweet baby angels. But I can't compete with the larger channels. To encourage you to scroll down off my big dumb face, I'm going to encourage you to go down, like, subscribe, and comment. To encourage that, I'm going to have some awkward eye contact for 5 seconds. So you're like, I hate this guy's big dumb face. I'm going to scroll down. With that being said, to encourage you, 5 seconds of awkward eye contact. Let's do it.
Prolonged eye contact. 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 Prolonged eye.
Thanks. So we have 8 great picks today. Let's jump right into it. But firstly, we also have our Gremlin cam set up. Now, you'll notice him throughout the episode. We'll do some updates. I know folks love my cat more than me, so I actually bought that webcam just for him. With that being said, let's get our 8 great picks for the day. First is BEKE. What a way to start that episode, you idiot. This is a fantastic looking horizontal play and also great higher lows. It's nice to note we have been selling up and now we're starting to consolidate sideways. We also see that earnings is coming, so be very cautious about that. But overall, this $18 range is a fantastic support. Maybe we'll see $17.50. Maybe we're going to see 17, or it may drop down farther. I love this trend line. It does have 3 solid hits. 1, 2, 3 solid hits so far. That's important to note. Wrong button, because a lot of folks don't understand that a good trend line has more than 2 hits, usually 3. Any one of you idiots, any one of me idiots, can draw a trend line from A to B. But A, B, C, D, E, F makes a lot more sense and a lot more consistent. And so we have a really good looking trend here. Great support. This is the POC. This column here is the highest volume node. It's going to be a strong resistance because we're below it. But it's also gravitational. It's a double-sided sword here. We could easily see 4, 5, 6% move here and have a really good time. But overall, great higher lows across the board. Nice lower highs, making a nice little triangle here. A breakout works fine. Earnings is coming. Great value. I love what I see. Let's check our indicators together. What's so cool about this channel, besides me and my dope cat, is actually I don't use indicators to scan with or chart with. What I use them for is to show me 4 major things: trend, momentum, volume, and volatility. That's it. Keep it simple, stupid. Shout out to Jay. Hey, you said that today. I remember you saying that during our meeting today. I appreciate that. Always keep it simple. If the indicators are there to help you, don't be over analyzing these. If they look good, they look good. If they look bad, they look bad. Simple as that. The EMA lines, RSI, stochastic, and vortex is what I use, and I'll show you live how I use them, and it's going to be a really good time for you. With that being said, let's check them out together, you handsome little devils. What's great with this is that a 10 cross is fine when we're closer in price. You can see this whole entire time period. We cross the 10 EMA line, we usually have a really good time, right? Really good crossovers. Over the 50 especially, which is the purple line, a really good time as well. So I don't think buying in here is a horrible idea. I think waiting for a crossover is a worse idea. I think we want to see value for an entry. I think value is here $18 or closer to $17. What's really cool is that there's 2 main ways for a beginner to enter a stock. Value, like you go to Walmart and go, wow, what a great value. You buy it because it's low. This is low. The second is a momentum play. You go from below an EMA line or below an indicator to over the EMA line. That's momentum, sweetheart. And I think that we have some 10 EMA cross plays today. This is not one. This is a value entry. I think we have that because the TA shows it, right? Star size low. The stochastic is low. And it's making a small divergence. I'm not putting a lot of weight into this. But if we do see the price turn around sooner than later, this will become a bullish divergence. And then bulls are low, bears are high. Bulls could be lower, again implying that we could see more selling. And bears could be higher, again implying there could be more selling. I think that BEKE here is great. I think it's an earnings overreaction. I love what I'm seeing here. I want it just a bit lower or I want it just a bit higher. So I think a good key here is patience. Like Guns N' Roses, baby. A little patience. So I'd definitely give it a few days, see what it's going to do. But BEKE here, I love the value. I love what's coming from it. I do love what I see. Next is bros. What's up, bros? Oh! What's great about this play, just in general, is that it has nicer higher lows. And again, I cut through this little baby wick. I didn't put too much emphasis into this, but it's important to note just that we have higher lows. All right, higher lows. We could easily see a reversal between here and hopefully around $42 and some change. If we get a lower low from this, I would become concerned. But we do have with bros here is a rock solid support at 44 and one at 42. Both of these are absolutely solid. 42 is definitely stronger. And so if tomorrow's red, like earnings overreaction 4 or 5 more percent, anywhere down here is a fantastic value. If tomorrow holds, you got that higher low and you can go long. Once again, the POC is gravitational. It will be a resistance until we're over it, but it does want to pull us higher. An easy 6-7% could be made here. Overall, for a newer IPO, it's just sideways. It's consolidating. If earnings comes out well and doesn't just completely shit the bed, it could be a fantastic play into tomorrow and into this week. When it comes to our indicators, over the 10, a crossover the 10 is a really good time, right? It's a really good crossover. Over a 50 is better. Over the 200 is even better. So I think you could play a 10 cross here. Hey, 3 or 4%. Too much for me personally, but if you want to wait for that, it's totally fine. It works well. A 50 cross, as you can see, a 50 is being our biggest resistance. A 50 cross is even better. Would I buy into value? I would. The reason being, we can see stochastic is low, right? And it's, it could probably drop down a little bit more. RSI is low. The TA is low. Vortex is low. Bears are high. Bulls are low. You do want the bulls to be down probably towards 0.7 or so to make it better. 0.7 or so, 0.65. And you want the bears probably closer to 125. So it looks like the BROS here looks really good. It's definitely banging. I think that overall it's a fantastic looking stock. I think maybe 4% lower or 1% higher showing some life here. It's fantastic. BROS, I would definitely watch this. I do love what I see. Next is Capital One Finance. I love this play more than my unborn children. This is a great higher lows across the board, great lower highs, making some consolidation. This support is so rock solid. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anywhere near 138, 139, it holds beautifully. It looks like here we could probably dip down just another percent or so and get a really good deal. I checked this play earlier. The PE ratio is like 6. What more do you want from me? This is a fantastic looking play. Yes, it's lower lows, lower highs, but as of recently, consolidating sideways. POC wants to pull us higher. It's a great play. I'm buying it in the morning. I'm going to be transparent about that. I do love what I see. It's a simple support play with a simple trend line play coming together on a stock that in 10 years, if you goof up your entry, you're going to be just fine. It's usually a fantastic play. When it comes to our indicators, a 10 cross is fine. You cross the 10, what happens? Great short-term swings and great day trading opportunities. Like, hey, we crossed the 10 here. Boom! 6 days later, 8% you're out. Hey, you cross the 10 here. Boom! 8 days later, 3%. Cross the 10 here. Bam! 5 days, 5%. You cross the 10, you're good to go. Over the 50, though, that's when you're going to be making your shmoola. Over the 50 cross, bam! 11%. Crosses the 50, boom! 8%, real quick. You can play the 50 cross. The 10, if it does take more time, let's say that tomorrow, hypothetically, we have some candles like this. Oh, we're taking our time going sideways, blah, blah, blah. The 10's going to come down like this, like that. Then a crossover is fine. I think here we have value. Evan, why do we have value? Well, it's below all EMA lines. it's at support. So the TA shows that, the EMA line shows you a value. RSI of 36, value. The stochastic is bottoming out beautifully. It is at a, oh my God, I almost just said the F word. Is this a bullish divergence on the stock as well? Oh my goodness. That's a small one, but it's there. I've heard that before. Sick joke after that Bang Bros one. I'm killing it. This is a really good looking play. The only issue is that the green just crossed under the red. Not the greatest sign, but I'll take it. It is what it is. So I don't love the vortex crossing under, but it does show some more value here. But overall, Capital One's a fat company. They're not going anywhere by any means. It's a great buy. I love what I see. I would definitely watch list it. Again, to be transparent, the morning looks good. I will most likely be buying a share of that. I'll keep you posted. Next is DFS here. This is also Discover, another credit card company. Is that an accident? No. So this is another great play. Hey, look, it's the same exact setup as COF. The only difference being that DFS here has an even stronger support play. And it's already showing some life here. I would have bought it at 114. It's maybe super picky, but at 116, I don't love it as much. Just because I want to check how fastly it reverses. And what we can see with reversals, it takes time. Not only does it take time, it does a lot of double and triple bounces, right? It takes a lot of time before it makes up its mind. I'm confident that I have the patience for it to come back under. If you want to do what I'm doing with my trend line, this is what I would do if eyes was used. I want to buy into value. And so I'm going to double check our indicators and I'm going to put an alert on this trend line. I'll show you how in just 1 second. But overall, the POC here is our strongest support. It's now below us. It should hold us up. We have a great trend here and a fantastic support. I love what I see. Before I turn on the indicators, this is a horizontal wedge. If the EMA lines, specifically the 200, is in the middle, it's in the middle of that wedge, as stupid as that looks, it will further show it's a consolidation play and we're going for a breakout. Let's check together. So again, my thesis, if the EMA lines are in the middle, like at 120, 122, it's showing further consolidation. That our hypothesis, this is a wedge, is actually true. Let's check. Oh my goodness. In the words of Zach Schomler. You know who that is? Shout out to you. It's right in the middle. This is what you want to see. This is proving to us it is a great consolidation play. EMA lines are going sideways, showing consolidation. Stocks can do three things: up, down, consolidate. Most big moves come after consolidation. So a 10 cross is fine here. Let's say tomorrow crosses the 10. I'd buy into that myself. That's a momentum play. You want to buy into value, 113, 114. RSI, it's low. Stochastic, it's low. I wouldn't call this a divergence. It's very close. It's a double bottom, and this is a higher low. So it is a small divergence. Look at the stochastic. It went from blue to red. That's a good sign. This is a lagging indicator by a day or so. It's now on our side. Bulls and bears are tied. DFS is going to be the play for those who like confirmation of a trend reversal. DFS is the play for those who want to have some extra layer of, hey, a reversal has happened, momentum. COF is the same exact play for those who want to buy into value. Of course, the fundamentals are different to some extent. They're the same exact company style. I think one is an 8 PE, the other one is a 6. But again, if you want value, COF, you want momentum, DFS, what more do you want from me? I'm absolutely killing the game today. I drink so much coffee today, I'm sweating. Next is GROY, a simple support play. I don't think this resistance trend is like super pure, but I think it's pretty great, right? You're seeing all these lower highs, and now we're holding this nice little spot at $4, $3.95. If we break below $3.95, guess what? I would just get out. Boop, 4%, I'm done, I'm out. I think tomorrow, if you do see it come down to $4 or $3.95, an absolute steal at $3.95, $3.96. No risk, massive reward. Once again, our POC wants to pull us higher. It's above us. We're below volume. It's going to get real wacky down here, real volatile. But overall, when it comes to support play, this is a newer IPO. It's holding fine here. Low risk. I think some folks have like $8 as a price target this year. It could go crazy. It's also good. Gold royalty looks fine to me. Overall, for support play, what we're giving up in convergence, as in i.e. a support play with a trend line play with a volume profile play, all holding us together, you're going to get back in simplicity for a great beginner play. You're not going to have a bunch of different stuff on the screen. You're going to watch $3.95. You're above $3.95, go long. You're below $3.95, I would just cut. Simple as that. When it comes to our indicators, A 10 cross does what? It gives us great short-term swings and great day trading opportunities. Even below the 50, you have some good day trades in here. You cross over it, 4 days, 6%. You cross over it here, 1 day, 3.5%. While you're below the 10, day trades. Over the 50, you have short-term swings and even better day trades. So either one works for whatever you like. Over the 200, my boy, you are printing some fat stacks. So I think either crossover is fine, but I also think they have some good form of value. RSI, it's fair. It makes sense. Since we sold off, we've moved sideways. We're up about 0.65% in 30 days. We're sideways. So the RSI is putting us as a fair deal. That makes sense. Stochastic-wise, it's a minor bullish divergence. No real bearish ones at all. That's fine. It looks really good here, and it's curling north. I love that. Bulls are low, bears are high. I think that GROY here, if it collapses, hey, you know what? Simple support play. You just get out. If it rockets, it's because that trend line broke. You got over the 200, and you had a good time. Overall, though, GROY, I'd watch this. I do love what I see. Next is GTES, a great looking support play. What I love more though is this baby horizontal little ascending wedge. Look at this. Hey, they said 14.7 is a fair price. Then they push it all the way to 15.7. They said, hey, actually 14.85 is fair. And then said, hey, actually 14.9 is fair. Then 14.9 is fair. Now 15.14. They're pushing higher lows while simultaneously pressuring 15.70. With that is a strong resistance trend here. So we have two options here. One, you could short this if you think it's going to break down. I think it's going to break out. Or two, you buy and go long either off of a bounce somewhere in here, or you buy in lower towards 15. You can play the breakout or you can play the value. It comes down to what you think. I think what's more important than my opinions, which are not important at all, I'm just some random dude online with a cat. What's more important is you planning your own trade and then trading that plan. So if you think that this can be a good breakout play, hell yeah, baby, go for it. You want to buy up here and go for breakout? Great. You want to wait for value? Great. Either way, stick to a plan and stick to that plan and trade it. Our support's here, strong trend lines here, and our POC wants to pull us higher. Overall, a lot of great convergence coming together. I love what I see. When it comes to our EMA lines, over the 50, you have a really good time, and that's where we are now. We're testing the 50, but while you're over it, you have a really good time riding off it, bouncing off it, having a good time. Over the 10, it's much the same. So you want to go long tomorrow, you could probably put a stop loss at like 1550, 1540, anywhere in here, and be fine and feel confident with risk versus reward. You risk 1% for a breakout, 2 or 3 for a small move, it makes a lot of sense. So I think that's a fine play. Over the 200, really good time as well. Look at RSI, it's high, stochastic, it's high, bulls and bears are tied, it makes sense we're going sideways. This is consolidation once again. As I said previously, your biggest moves up and down come after consolidation. This consolidation pattern is building up force. You have folks buying in, you have folks selling, and then some folks just stay bought in, some folks stay in shorting. Eventually a side's going to win, and it's either break out big or break down big. We'll see which way. Either way, a stop loss is needed, in my opinion, and of course, planning a trade and then trading the plan is also needed. But overall, GTES, I do love what I see. Next is QFIN. This is a nice little baby trend line. Again, it has 3 hits. It's nothing crazy, but I want to draw to show that over a long period of time, we do have higher lows. It's just like our other plays like BEKE that has just these newer lower highs, but a very strong support near $17.95 or $18. I'm not going to go long here. You have to risk 7 or 8% to really be sure you made the right decision. I don't want to do that. I think overall, though, if this does dip to $18, I would be happy. POC wants to pull us higher. Yes, there are some pretty well seen lower highs, but again, some recent higher lows. And again, I think at $18 it makes sense. If tomorrow's a green day, I wouldn't even look at QFIN's direction unless we have an EMA crossover somewhere. We'll check together. Otherwise, if it's a red day, a nice red sell-off, and we see $18, I would be very happy to see that. When it comes to our indicators, a 10 cross is fine. If tomorrow's green, we get a little baby green boy to start off the day, you could go long, being confident that the 10 EMA has been crossed over, and then use this $19 area as your stop loss. You want to wait for a 50 cross. That works just as fine here as well. But over the 10, you have some really nice moves. Under the 50, strong resistance. Over the 50, strong support. So you want to wait for a crossover, that's fine. RSI, it's fair. Stochastic, it's fair. Bulls and bears are tied. It's definitely consolidating sideways. A big move is coming soon. A tip for you I was supposed to show you earlier. Let's just say I want to wait for value. What you can do is right click your line, go to create alert withdrawing, click it, intraday bar price crosses below price level, hit create, and now tomorrow I'll know. And now tomorrow, if I'm waiting for value on QFIN and that alert never goes off, I know it took off without me, or it's kind of meandering sideways. If that alert goes off in the morning, I know that bad boy is dipped to me, I can now act upon my plan. If you want to wait for a crossover play, put a line above the price, like this, I'll show you. Put the line above the price like this, right click again, create alert drawing, crosses above, boom. Now tomorrow I'm guaranteed to get an alert on QFIN on either way it goes and make my plan from there. Overall though, a great horizontal play. I want it lower, but I do love what I see. When it comes to YY, it's a great horizontal wedge once again. Note this. Note that a lot of my plays today were not bullish and channel ups or wedge downs. They're horizontal, showing us again what the market's giving us is a lot of neutral plays. Makes sense. YY here, not going to beat a dead horse. Lower highs, higher lows, PLC pulling us higher. Very strong support here. What I buy here, we'll see about momentum. I want to see it at 4% lower, 3% lower. I saw it this morning. I wanted to act on it. I didn't because my edge requires me to wait till 3 o'clock. Took off without me. I hate myself more every single solitary day. But a great horizontal wedge here. I think it's going to get kind of loopy with the volume line being here. Meaning any volume below this spot is going to be kind of sporadic. So again, looking good here. I want to see the momentum play for us. Otherwise, I do want to see it just a bit lower. YY 10 crosses are really nice. Really good for day trading and short-term swings. Again, you cross the 10 here, boom, 12% in a day. You cross the 10 here, boom, motherfucker, 21% in 7 days. So if tomorrow's green, we get a little green boy tomorrow, a little green spicy action, some salsa verde there. Get a nice cross there, you can go along. That's fine. RSI, it's low. Stochastic is low. No divergence, it's close. But that's a great deal. Look at that. Blue over red. Pshaw, what you want to see. And then bulls are high, bears are low. Telling me that momentum has to come here. The volume has to come here. If it does and it's green, it's a wrap. That crossover play is absolutely sexual. Overall, YY is a great value, a great momentum play. I love what I see. I would definitely watch this. Thanks for y'all who watched the whole episode. It means the world to me. I do appreciate it quite a lot. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode, and then we'll see you guys probably on Sunday for one more. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.